Hey guys, it's me, Shad. I'm back at it again with another game review. Well, this time it's another S Plus UDYR performance. Unfortunately, I crashed out of the post game screen because Riot Games is so amazing. They cannot do a single thing right. This new honor system where you have two honors and you can honor uh, enemies as well, which by the way I find amazing. Um, and I find it ridiculous that it took so long for them to bring back that mechanic. It's like they just said that, well, enemies are just not honorable. You should not honor enemies. Like it's not a thing. And then they're like, oh, well, maybe enemies should also be honored. They also do deserve an honor. Well, anyways, it was a regular S performance, wasn't S+. I don't even know if the last one was S+. Now, the point is, let's do a pre-game screening. Well, I mean a post-game pre-game, like a post-game pre-review screening, if that makes sense. So post-game pre-review. 50-minute game. I was playing top lane UDYR as usual. What a fucking surprise. Against AATROX, Kayn, Jhin, Milio, and Lissandro. Now, as you can see, it's only one AP champion, and the rest is full AD. And for my convenience, because my whole team was squishy, as you can see, Ivern, Syndra, Ashe, and Senna. My convenience was that Kayn actually had to go blue Kayn, which means he is not killing me late game. I went for a Nessus ban. Very important. Just imagine, this was a 50-minute game. Imagine if I didn't ban Nessus. And that's actually something that I wanted to check, if this guy, whether this guy plays Nessus or not. Because if this guy plays Nessus, well, he seems to be an AATROX one-trick, AATROX Pantheon. So I don't think he would have played Nessus, but I mean, still, just imagine if he... I mean, just imagine if Nessus was open and this was any other guy who plays Nessus. This would have been over 51-minute game. Like it would have been a guaranteed win for the enemy team. Now, however, I kind of played this game like Nessus. You will see in a while. Let's just do quick graphs. Damage to objectives. Ashe actually did a lot of Barons and Dragons, so I totally understand this damage. Damage to turrets, how... Oh shit! Well, actually, I'll be damned. That's pretty much the first and only game where someone from my team out-damaged me in towers when I'm playing top lane UDYR. So I'm really happy. I'm really proud of this. I'm really happy about this. Let's just start the review itself. Oh shit, wait a minute, I just remembered there's not gonna be enough space on my computer. Oh man, I have to free up space while recording. I don't know if that works. Well, if you're currently on YouTube watching this video, that means I managed to do it. Let's just hope that I'm not streaming my whole personal files into the game or the video. Okay, I'm not. So this most recent video I will actually delete. And there are some other things that I would like to delete. Okay, maybe that's enough. Okay, sorry guys, just holy shit, I fucking hate Windows and Bing and all that shit. So I wanna search for the bin, but if I put the bin into the Windows search, it searches for bin on Bing. Like, yeah, I'm looking for, like, oh, shit. And you can't access, okay, sorry. You can't access the bin in any other way. So, I'm sorry, guys, I have to do this. Wait a minute, I'm deleting 1,400 files. Well, I hope there was nothing useful in the bin. Considering that they were in the bin, I hope they weren't useful. This video is sidetracking and I have to actually review a fucking 1-hour game. Okay, let's just fast forward through it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I clicked on it. There we go. So, about the matchup. I actually have a feeling that maybe the game could have been over faster if I wasn't building tank, because, oh yeah, spoiler alert, I was building tank. But the reason why I was building tank is because of how one-sided the damage was. Oh, I actually don't know if it's showing current rank, but Lissandra is platinum, and she was horrible. I gotta say, not Shyvana, Lissandra was the reason we won. This guy was just horrible, getting caught several times over and over, giving us free kills and everything. And I actually didn't remember that Ashe had that skin. I thought she had the championship skin. But does that even matter? Okay, blue side. Actually, I don't know if it's better for you guys or I guess it's better for the video if I have all the fog of war. So, nothing interesting in the beginning. What is, so the thing I was contemplating on is that I could go damage. It works against AATROX. Like, AATROX's build these garbage lethality items, you know? Like AATROX is building what is that? What is that item? Profane Hydra, Eclipse, and then Shirelda's Grudge. Like, no HP, nothing. Like, AATROX's are squishy now. So if I build full damage, I'm just basically gonna like one-shot him every single time, or get one shot. But it's pretty much like it's always there, you know, that when you're building this this thing. Oh yeah, so here I wanted to go for the wave, but then I remembered, oh shit, Kayn actually started top side, so I'm not gonna risk it. But looking at it now, Kayn actually wasn't coming here, because he wasn't actually going from Raptors to Red to Krugs, because then he would have been here. He went from Red, Krugs, Raptors, I think. Interesting. So I get a recall. Actually, no, I don't get a recall here. I actually debated myself. Instead, I'm doing some fights. That trade actually wasn't worth it, but like, oh yeah, here I gotta be honest with you. I am pretty sure that they changed AATROX's W, that it's faster now. It's so fast. Okay, so that's actually not just me in game. Like, I was feeling in game that was super fast. That is so fast. 1, 2, like 2 seconds. It pulls back after 2 seconds. There is no way. .5. Okay, that had to have been changed. There is no way that was always 1.5. Yeah, so here I was actually close to awakening W, but I ran out of mana, because when I'm usually playing like this, I always have presence of mind. And now I didn't, and I completely forgot about that, and I'm like, why am I running out of mana? Like, I used to always have mana, considering that my spells cost 30. And I was trying to get some mana back here, but then I was reminded that shit, I don't have Presence of Mind. So that sucks. So yeah, he got a free kill. And here I just discovered that you can now like auto buy items. This shitty ass new patch put something in the game that is completely unnecessary, and while there is a mechanic that we actually really need, which is making an item build, like choosing the items you want to build beforehand in the shop, like highlighting them or something, like building your build. Like, you know how in build planner, because you know how in TFT you have the team planner now. They could do a build planner here as well. Okay, so here I made him burn ultimate. Like he was always like so freaking horny for these kills. I actually don't back here. Yeah, I'm just taking hits, man. There is nothing else I can do. Actually, there is. If I played better, I could. I mean, if I had Presence of Mind and I played better, I could have like basically bullied him on this lane. Because AATROX easily gets bullied. Like if you utilize your movement well, like you're just gonna win every single trade, because you're not gonna get hit by the knockups, you know, the critical part of his Q. You're just gonna stay on top of him, and he's not gonna be able to dish out like huge amounts of damage. But I just didn't feel the rhythm, you know, like I just wasn't feeling the rhythm. That usually happens when I die first on lane. It's like I completely like fall out of my rhythm. But the point is that, okay, here I absolutely trolled myself, and no mana again. Like I was just expecting mana. I still, in my mind, wasn't adjusted to not having Presence of Mind. I have TP though, so that wasn't that big of a deal. He gained gold, but I didn't lose that much, so that's really good. And here I already decided on my build. As you can see, I bought a Giant's Belt, and I started with a tier. The Giant's Belt is, well, as you saw from the beginning, so it's kind of a spoiler. The Giant's Belt is for the Heartsteel. Why Heartsteel? Well, Heartsteel because, well, one, I'm aware that this AATROX is gonna be fighting. This AATROX is gonna go ball to ball with me every single time. AATROXs, they just don't back down. They want to fight because they don't have mana. They just spam and spam, and they heal and everything, so they can just fight forever, and they love to fight forever, and they will fight forever. So I say that, okay, well, I'm gonna make use of that. I'm just gonna build Heartsteel, so every time we fight, I get a little bit of HP, and I'm building tank anyways, so HP is gonna be super effective. Not only that, I was planning on buying a Riftmaker at the end, and as you know, Riftmaker has that passive which Demonic Embrace had back then, which is that you gain AP scaling from your max HP, or bonus HP, I think. So I was going for that, although it was only just the last item after like 30 minutes. But the point is, I'm going for Heartsteel. I want to start stacking as soon as possible, and I don't know why, but I just had this feeling excuse me, I just had this feeling in my mind that this is gonna be a long game. I don't know why, but I just felt it. I guess there is just like some unconscious knowledge in my head that I'm actually not aware of, so it's not real knowledge. It was just kind of like an instinct looking at the champions, like, oh yeah, with this comp, this game is gonna go for a long time. And I guess, yeah, I mean, Syndra scales into late game. I think she has infinite scaling now as well. I'm not sure what they changed on Syndra, but I think she has infinite scaling now. But Ashe scales for late game. Jhin scales for late game. Jhin is actually not that strong early. Well, I mean, he is strong, but he gets like way stronger late game. Whereas someone like a Kayn doesn't have like a 6-item power spike, because a Kayn is like an assassin. He just buys more damage and more damage and more damage. And those items actually like don't really like scale with each other, combo with each other. Like for example, for me, like UDYR, like once you finish your build, that's like collecting all the infinity stones for your infinity gauntlet. Like, you know, getting again, here I'm just absolutely playing with fire. I shouldn't be doing that. So yeah, so for example, for an UDYR, a fucking full build is like having the Fimbulwinter with, for example, Spirit Visage and Frozen Heart. It's like literally each of them are like an Infinity Stone, except for that there is the two blue ones. But anyways, so it's not looking good because AATROX is 2-0, Kane is 4-1, Jin is 3-2, 3-4. So it's not looking good, but my, like, unfortunately I'm chat restricted, so I even if, like, if the game was depending on, like, my motivation towards my, like, me motivating my team, we could have lost. And this is why I think chat restrictions should never be a thing. Like, you should just be banned from the game, which they don't actually do now, because they understand that, oh shit, wait, if we ban players, they're not gonna play. If they don't play, they don't buy skins. So we let them play, we just don't let them communicate, making it an even worse experience, making them even more toxic and fucking nerve damaged, because they are sitting in a game where there is so much information and so much like communication required, and they can't use the communication channel, which I think is disgusting. And as I said, if this game was depending on me telling someone that, hey, listen, I'm scaling, please just have faith, I want to carry, I want to win this game. Yeah, so this was actually the first skirmish that was like I took a part in, and here I could have gotten a kill, but look at my idiotic fucking ass. I wasn't chasing because I was like, okay, well, he's gonna go through the wall anyways, so I just go for this free kill. And instead of getting 3, we actually got 1, which is partially my, I mean, not partially, but like partially my mistake, because AATROX getting away was my mistake. So we get grobbed, we got all 6, and I love this Ivern. Unfortunately, I couldn't honor the Ivern because I don't think I even finished my sentence that I started at the beginning, so they brought in this new mechanic that you can honor the enemy, and it's like a whole new type of animation like after the game. And guess what, this was my first game after the patch. Guess what, the game ends and that new honor screen comes up, and my whole computer, not just the client, the whole computer freezes. And it was that shit because I wasn't doing anything else. Oh, so yeah, amazing. And I hope that it's like a reoccurring thing, like every time your computer is gonna crash after the game ends, because they can't implement anything. I think I die here. Yeah, that's just insane damage. Oh, well, he has actually a finished item. Of course he has insane damage. But I have Heartsteel finished. After that skirmish, I actually got a lot, and I was happy about that. And now it's just a different type of game. Actually, I was just talking about this in my previous video. Like, I don't care about early deaths. Like, they just don't matter. Like almost anything that happens like before 14 minutes or before the first tower falls, nothing matters. Nothing matters. No matter how fed you are. Like, I actually don't even look at team kills. I always look at tower kills. Like, tower kills are the real kills. It doesn't matter like how many kills a team has if they can never capitalize off of it, and they can never push and never get anything out of killing it, like the team. Or maybe they're not even acing. Maybe they're just you know, killing the same 2 guys over and over, but not really getting anything. So yeah, AATROX TP'd bot, so I decided to push. And oh yeah, I get the tower here. Or no, I actually, I don't remember, we will see. Oh yeah, I do get the tower. And I go for this to stack some more. So, not Fimbulwinter, Heartsteel is finished. I don't have a Heartsteel stack yet, but as I said, like, now the game changes. Now the game changes. It's a different game now. It's not about killing the other guy. It's about getting as many Heartsteel stacks as possible. It's about milking. It's about drive. It's about power. It's about milking now. And I'm gonna milk. Like, I'm out there to milk. I'm out to milk. Anything I can get my hands on. Anything that slightly resembles a cow's udder or udders, or what the fuck is it even called? Actually, I have no idea what it's called. Yeah, so I still can't really beat him, although I can see some difference now. Because I finished Plated Steel Caps and Warden's Mail. Like, there is a slight difference now, but he would still kill me in an elongated fight. So I'm not gonna stay because I don't know where they are. I mean, I was guessing that they're probably on Herald, but I mean, one of them can finish Herald, and the rest could just rotate towards me. And also because Syndra died, I needed to push. I mean, I decided to push this. I didn't need to push this, actually. But I decided to do it. And I wasn't meeting enemies for a while now, so I was like, you know what, let's just get some stacks. Although it didn't happen. But what happened is... yeah, that happened. Lissandra just engaged and died. So I help out my team on mid, and as you can see, like, I'm utilizing my tankiness really well here. I think the game is too loud, so we're gonna take master volume down. So I'm utilizing my tankiness, and that's the thing. Oh, that was the perfect moment to come back to. So there are these funny games where I'm building like Triforce, Ruined King, Murmana, and then I have like 2000 damage at the end of the game because I didn't touch a single enemy. But I was split pushing, I was taking dragons, I just didn't fight. And that's usually the case. When I have damage, when I build damage, I don't fight, I don't team fight. I go and solo, and if someone comes at me, I will defend myself. That's why, like, hence the damage. I need the damage to defend myself. But if I'm building tank, I'm actually playing offensive. Like, if I have defense, I'm gonna play offensive. If I have offense, I'm gonna play defensive. So in case they attack, I can retaliate with suppressive power. And I'm using so many fancy words now that I'm actually, like, out of my mind. So that's why I'm playing so aggressive whenever I'm playing tank. I always hover with my team. I hover at objectives because I'm building tank. I have the defenses so I can play offensive. I can help my team. I'm much more useful. So, like, here I'm completely, like, closing off the bot lane from the fight and collect 2 stacks that easily. And in the meantime, AATROX got, like, absolutely kited, and then I'm back and boom. And Kane got kited as well. So, and then I'm back. Like, Ivern is just so fucking amazing with UDYR. Like, look. Like, I don't care, I don't care that there is a tower here. Okay, I actually do care. Ivern died like a dumbass. Ashe died because I stopped tanking the turret, but I stopped tanking the turret because I didn't want to die, simply. I wasn't gonna die, I just don't care. So 69 stacks, couldn't actually have been more perfect than that skirmish. And we're back in the base, and we have finished Frozen Heart and added a Giant's Belt to our belt. Yeah, so the Frozen Heart is actually huge value. It decreases attack speed of nearby enemies, and I actually think that it affects Jhin in a very well, unusual way, I think, because Jhin's attack damage scales from several sources, like his attack speed. If his attack speed is decreased, I'm thinking he might actually have less attack damage, but let's see, 279. Okay, wait, how much did he have? What the fuck am I doing? Okay, I skipped way too back. Sorry man, I'm really bad at these controls. Okay, 279. But he gets close to me. Actually, it doesn't affect his AD, but it seems that it doesn't affect his attack speed either, because I guess he has some fixed rate attack speed. Holy shit, that doesn't sound good. Anyways, so Lissandra dies again. It was just horrible. And here we kind of like had to like prioritize. I was gonna prioritize Dragon, but we were losing 2 towers for sure. And I was like, okay, well, here's the thing. We are gonna lose these towers for sure. It doesn't matter what we do. I could have TP'd here, but I wanted to make sure to be here and get this dragon. And I wanted to be sure that Kane isn't just gonna slide through these walls and slide through all of these squishy champions. Like, just imagine sliding through Ashe. Holy shit. Or and then right out of Ashe you slide into Senna and then Syndra. Like, just imagine that. Yeah, and then there is Ivern. So these towers are gonna fall anyways. I could save this one, but as I said, I was gonna go for the dragon instead. Now, luckily for us, Kane actually got rage baited onto Syndra, and he just got his 12th kill. He traded his he traded another kill for a dragon. And I think that's a horrible mistake. A horrible decision. Yeah, they're not stopping me. I'm back. And I'm also coming for his ass. Which I actually didn't get, because look at his movement speed. Oh wait, that's not now. I did have a pretty elongated fight with him here. A flash, can you imagine? And then he gets stunned. And then boom, we are good. Yeah, so that's good. That's really good for us. Milio got caught. He was in the jungle. Like after we caught... So catching AATROX was one thing. But Lissandra and Kane died here in mid lane without killing anyone. And then Milio, for some reason, which... I mean, I don't know if it's actually worth watching back. If you actually need to watch it back. Like, okay, Kane is here just causing mayhem, wow. Lissandra arrives, doesn't even care who is there, doesn't even care what they have. She just saw an enemy and she went in. Kane follows, doesn't even consider this, like, you know, maybe it's not worth it, or maybe he's gonna die because they don't have vision here. But of course he sees this. There is probably a Dark Harvest stack on Ashe, so I can understand why he is like super onto this. But like, that's it. That's just it. And Emilio, what Emilio was doing is like, it's I mean, I don't know. So perfectly rotating for Baron. It was my call actually. So we get that. That's huge. And then I die. But I got I have 156, and then after the fight 216. So yeah, that was actually good value. I was kind of frustrated because I had Ghost on and I was still super slow and it was so annoying. It's like I couldn't get away from anyone, even though I had how many points? Oh, well, only 2 points in bear stance, but you get the point. So what is about to happen? I actually don't know where to check the dragon timers, or why they're not showing by default. But yeah, we're trying to crack this tower really bad. Ivor is here. I don't have Baron now, I actually lost it, so not good. But now here, oh yeah, I actually finished Fimbulwinter. So I have that to the mix. And as you can see, Iron Shields plus Fimble plus like just UDYR being UDYR, I'm still full HP. Like I'm edging a tower and I'm basically edging a an AATROX. Yeah, that was a mistake, but I was just kind of flexing on them. But that was also a mistake. And that was also not good. But again, I die here. But even then, again, I got so many Heartsteel stacks that I just don't mind. Like these are all worth it. Dragon is up, but they are so far that they can't rotate immediately. And I'm spawning in 17 seconds and I have TP. Now, knowing that I'm spawning in 17 seconds, I think actually that they might get this one. But this is really bad for us. This is really bad for us. AATROX leaving is actually so fucking good. Like AATROX doesn't understand. Well, that's why he lost. He didn't understand the game as well. So he doesn't understand that, hey, UDYR is dead. Even though he is dead for 14 seconds. So he's respawning actually pretty soon. He probably has TP, so UDYR is gonna respawn and probably immediately join in. But until then, you don't have to join in. Because remember that I am dead. Oh shit, and Ash was also dead. This is a 3 versus 4. So your team has the numbers advantage without you. Like it's not only that they had it's not only that AATROX didn't have to help. Jhin or Lissandra could have just pushed this. And that way, like, we don't even have a chance to contest the dragon. Because, like, even if we contest, we're gonna lose so much more, so we are, like, by default not contesting and defending instead. And that would have been the smartest move by the enemy team. AATROX staying and getting this tower and perhaps an inhibitor. Well, maybe not, because Ash is spawning, I'm spawning, so I would just come and defend this and actually not help a dragon. But you get the point. So if you are this AATROX, just don't go away. Don't TP. This is really bad. Your team gets the dragon guaranteed. If they not, well, they suck. But still, you got something else in return. So it's a win-win. Like, it's either a win-win or a win-loss, but it's always a win. And instead, you go for just one win, which is the dragon, which I'm actually pretty sure they get. If they don't, then that's really sad. But I mean, spoiler alert, it's right here on the timeline. So they get the dragon, and as I said, because of the numbers advantage, Lissandra could have just left and did something else, and we still would have lost. The point is that we shouldn't have contested anyways. But instead, well, Senna at least tried. Okay, one person trying, I think, I would say that that's fine. One person should always try to steal, if they have the means to do it, you know. But I think it should have been this guy, like throwing a basketball over the wall and then sliding in the DMs and smiting or something, you know. He would have had a higher chance. And if he dies for it, he dies for it, whatever. So Syndra and Senna die for a dragon, and we lost a mid lane inhibitor. It's actually looking pretty lost. So Scythe Prince is right here. I'm not gonna chase because I know that I have this to defend, and if I don't defend, this shit goes down alongside the inhibitor. But yeah, I'm gonna show why UDYR is so OP. I could have just awakened W and then just went in and acted like I'm a fucking like a paladin build from World of Warcraft. I actually don't play World of Warcraft, so I have no idea if that's an accurate reference of being a raid boss. So more stacks. Okay, sorry, I'm watching in slow motion again. I'm not getting out of there, although, and I was actually pretty surprised. Like, holy shit, what is killing me? I'm pretty sure I have like 3000 HP and like 200 armor, and I'm like, what the hell is killing me now? Like, there is no way that the only thing that I'm building against is actually killing me. And surprisingly enough, 1/3 of that damage was AP, and most of the AP that I got was from AATROX, because his passive and W now deal AP damage or magic damage scaling from like max HP. So pretty effective against me overall. So I decide to push this, but I think only this and no further, because we have no information on where they are. So I leave. They're actually like stacking mid lane, which is really good idea. And then occasionally just running out to side lanes. Another increasingly greedy engagement from Kayn, baiting his own team into the mix. Like, that's just so good for us. Kayn and Lissandra being so garbage actually won us the game. No joke. And then guess what? AATROX is here. After 2 of them died, he decides to come in. He does get a kill, but, I mean, who cares? So, Ashe also died to Kayn. No surprise. I don't know if you guys needed to see that, but, I mean, he just slowly got melted, that's the point. Yeah, just melted. And Kayn gets an inhibitor here. He's pretty low HP, but again, like, I'm not gonna chase. And he got an inhibitor tower. Sucks very much. Lissandro died again, although I don't know where. And AATROX TPs, and then I respond with a TP because Dragon is spawning. But AATROX actually TP'd into the wrong neighborhood, and guess what? He gets evaporized, and then Jhin gets caught again because his teammate baited him. And this is one thing, this is a really good lesson. You can see it here, but in so many other games you see this effect where one person makes a mistake and the others, they might know better. They might know better, and they might know that it is a mistake, but they don't have they don't have the confidence to say that, okay, well, you're doing the wrong thing and I'm gonna do the right thing. They are they are doubting themselves. And they're actually going and helping someone who made a mistake and should be left to die. So here, like, this is the perfect example. Okay, AATROX, that was a pretty stupid TP. Well, it wasn't stupid, it was actually a really good TP, TPing on Dragon when it's spawning. But it was like a really, like, rushed TP into, like, on top of, like, 2 enemies, and you don't know where anyone else is, and your team was actually, like, pretty far away yet. But seeing that, Jin also followed and got caught. In that case, like who cares if you're gonna get pinged a couple of times? Who cares if you're gonna get flamed? Just don't follow the people who make mistakes. Because if 4 of them die, at least you're gonna be there to defend. But if you follow as well because you think that, okay, you know what? I know they are doing the wrong thing, but let's just help them anyways. Then all 5 of you die, and there is no one left to defend. Yeah, point is, I'm a raid boss still, and we just get this for free. So we are on 3 dragons, and it's 34 minutes. And it gets worse from here, just trust me, it gets worse. So, as you can see, these guys are still hovering. I don't know if they were actually, pre-mates, but like they are just constantly fucking hovering in our jungle, hunting for kills. Which is, I mean, that's what Kayn has to do. Like, if there is nothing else to do, you might as well do that. But then guess what? You run into the wrong motherfucker. And I'm just scaring them out of here. Lissandro again, horrible mistake. And I'm just a brick wall. Like, you see, like, honestly, like this shit should be analyzed. Like look at that. So I'm like an antibody in a body, like an antibody that is killing a virus. So there is here is our team. Like, I wish I could just like quickly draw on the screen with something, but like here is our team. You know, this is like the team area, and then this is the virus, the enemy that infiltrated, and I'm like an antibody closing off the rest of the virus until this portion gets dealt with. Look at that. Kayn trying to come in. Boom. Like I'm already pathing that way, although I got hit in the face with a ball. Wow, I didn't know Jin's grenade looked like that. Oh wait, is that the grenade or the 4th shot? Oh, that was the grenade. Nice, but the grenade looks the same as the cartridge, but it just disappeared. You saw the cartridge here. Yeah, ADHD at its finest, man. Like, I'm getting fucking I'm drifting away. So yeah, so the virus is dealt with, and the rest of the virus is completely closed off and scattered. And guess what? You're not getting away. I have a slow. I have move speed. Boom, there goes the stun. He actually does get away because I'm trash at the game. And then you cannot imagine how mad I was. I think it's gonna be now, but I'm seeing this, and I know Ashe might not actually die because she can kite, but if AATROX gets him with a good combo and then AATROX has flash, you know, this could be really bad for us. Like, AATROX could end the game. If Ashe makes a mistake, AATROX ends the game. Because it's only 1 tower, and towers are so weak now that this tower is like 2 seconds for AATROX to kill with a single minion. And then the Nexus is nothing either. And Senna and Syndra, they cannot recall because they're gonna be bothered by these 2 guys. So I read the situation immediately and I'm like, okay, I have to recall. I cannot trust the game in Ashe's hands. So I'm recalling to take some of that weight and responsibility on. But guess what? This fucking bramble-backed motherfucker pulls up and slaps me in the ass. Like, literally on the ass. Should we get an instant replay on that? Like, let's just get an instant replay on how the brambleback pulls up, actually just casually slides out, and is like you cut G. Bam! Holy shit! Okay, that was like the mightiest slap of them all. Straight on my hairy UDYR ass cheeks. Let's get another replay of that. Holy crap. I did not see it like that was like actual impact, man. Like, oh my god, I just literally skipped through it. Okay. Sliding up. Boom! I didn't even know how to react, man. I didn't even know how to react. So, again, I'm like, okay, I need to recall. I need to recall. I need to recall. Ash is in danger. But then it's like, come on. Am I gonna let that happen? Of course not. But am I gonna catch him? Actually, I will. Okay, I thought something else was gonna happen, but I think that comes later. No spoilers though. So actually, we ended up just losing an inhibitor, and Syndra and Senna did kill Kayn. So we're actually doing pretty good now. So I recall here, and we are grouping for Baron. Guess what? Lissandra gets caught again. And then AATROX just walks in like he owns the place, but he does not. And Lissandra, wait, she went in and then came back. Like she went out and then came back in. Okay, she flashes out. What? She doesn't have R. She doesn't have flash. And she comes back in right as she flashes out. Okay. I mean platinum. There's no, like, the gap cannot be that hard. Okay, now look at this guy. Evaporated. Yeah, Kayn is not pulling up on my block. On my bloach. So that's a free Baron. Oh yeah, and at that point I have Unending Despair, Frozen Heart, a 900 stack Heartsteel, a Fimbulwinter, and a Hunting Guise. I was gonna go for Spirit Visage, but then realizing how bad this Lissandra was, I was like, I'm not gonna need Magic Resist again. I'm not gonna build Magic Resist against someone like her. Like, she is not a threat to me. So just get out of here. So I decide to zone these guys. So we get Baron, and then I'm just like fucking absolutely wreaking havoc here. This is like a usual sight. Just two guys, like one of them like on top of me and the other behind, like literally getting spit roasted, but like in a completely dominant way. Like I am forcing two guys to spit roast me, sort of like that thing. I don't know. I couldn't think of a better metaphor of like dominating two guys, one of them in front, another behind. I don't know. That doesn't seem right in any way. So yeah, but we just got a Baron, and I'm sort of an unstoppable force to reckon with on the map. So I can pretty much do anything. Meanwhile, this happens. As I said, nothing we can do about that. When jungles are empty, like, Kayn might as well just do this. There's nothing else. There's nothing better Kayn can do. However, Dragon is just spawning, and I think this guy is just gonna die. And we get that Dragon for free. Oh, actually, no. This is my I mean, it's not my specialty, but this is a specialty that I actually adopted. When there is such a big objective, like we have Dragon Soul, like it's soul point, which means the enemy is gonna be like super onto this to contest. So instead of like this is sort of like poker. So they're like, holy shit, like we need to win this round, so I'm gonna all in. And then I'm pulling the bluffing card. Like, oh yeah, like I really need that Dragon. Yeah. Just make sure you fight for it. And I'm just bluffing, because I don't actually need the Dragon. I just want you to fight for the Dragon, and in the meantime, I can get this. And then the 6 grubs were like insane value here. And also the fact that I have a Rift Maker that gives me 80 bonus ability power. So a single item is giving me 150 AP. Just let that sink in. So while my team kind of got wiped, I actually, and they didn't get dragons, so my team got wiped, but I didn't get dragon. I got an inhibitor, and I'm about to get a Nexus Tower. And although I get like chased out of here, I could have just stayed here and fought, but yeah, this was the threat. And then look at this, So wait a minute. What? Okay, this is all vision. Am I tripping? I was gonna recall somewhere where it's like I'm sure there is no ward. And there is no ward from the red team anywhere. So for them, yeah, they didn't see me. So I was gonna recall because of course, yeah, this is a very big threat. But look at these absolute platinum morons. I mean, they could have just went for the tower. It doesn't matter that it's an Ashe. Like AATROX just hovers, Lissandra auto-attacks the tower, and it's gone. And they might as well they might even go for the end. They have 30 seconds, and it's just an Ashe. But instead, they want to get the triple inhibitor. Like, there is no way you're that stupid. And then this guy blindly snipes me. Absolutely blindly snipes me. So whatever, I'm recalling a gam. It's the annoying vision bug that I hate. Oh, never mind, it was just the fog of war. I was super mad here. After getting sniped by Jhin and then this guy leaving, I was actually like screaming like in frustration. I was so mad. And then also I saw this happening and I'm like, okay, so I just recalled for nothing when I could have just stayed. I was really frustrated. Really frustrated. But it happens. And then UDYR Wave 3 is so fucking amazing that I can just literally like melt a double cannon minion wave. So we have Barons, so I say let's just ARAM. Let's just go all mid. Lissandro free kill as usual. That guy gets caught, so it's 2 kills. And then we decide to chase this guy who has 500 fucking move speed. I have 600 tops. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. This game does not work properly. I'm sorry, but this guy is like top speed was a 560 decaying because AATROX gets decaying move speed over 10 seconds. Okay. But he has 500 move speed currently. Lissandra or Syndra has 400. But the speed difference is immense. So there is 100 speed difference between Lissandra and AATROX. And look at that, like, visually, how fast that is. Like, how fast AATROX is compared to Syndra. But then when it comes to top speed, my top speed is 641. 100 more. Well, now it's 200 more than AATROX is. But it's like average 100 more than AATROX. So I'm as faster than AATROX as AATROX is faster than Syndra. So seeing how fast AATROX gets away from Syndra, you would assume that I'm catching up to AATROX just as fast. But I mean, I don't know if it's just an optical illusion, but I don't feel like I'm catching up. Well, okay, maybe here because his move speed mostly decayed, but like this little run here, it was just like he was like literally jumped on a jet fueled jet engine and whatnot. Whatever. I'm pretty sure like move speed has to be one of those stats or yeah, stats that just doesn't work properly. Doesn't get hit, lucky bastard. And these guys are going for the end. And they're not getting anything instead of just like burning a flash. Yeah, I kept pushing. I was pinging to kill bot lane wave, I think. Ivern went for it. Kane got caught again. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Baron is spawning, so that was like pretty much free for us now. And they should have just FF'd here. Like, they should have just FF'd. And it's not even that, oh, one of them is so fat, or they have a, I don't know, he's so strong, he's just gonna be stronger. Like, no, it's not the comp. It's not the comp. You had the chance to win. Several times you had the chance to win. It's not a comp diff. You guys were just worse. And you should have realized by now that you guys are making so many mistakes that you are not gonna improve in the course of this game so much that you're actually gonna beat us. And that's something you should always consider. If you see like we are just not winning, just give up. Because you're not gonna improve in a losing game. Like a losing game like this, where you just keep making mistakes and you don't learn, apparently. Like the Lissandra who died 15 times, by the way. But I mean, everyone else is like doing pretty good. Like, look at that. Ivern 10, Ashe 10, Senna 13, Syndra 11. Yeah, top laner is keeping it clean as usual. Anyways, so we just got Baron. I'm just doing some zoning work. I keep it up here. I see Lissandra here again, and I'm like, I'm coming in immediately because I am not leaving Ashe alone. She was good, but still, it's like I'm not risking it. Although it was this guy, again, 16th death. Yeah. And then there is this guy, again, hunting for kills. This other guy, again, hunting for kills. Oh yeah, and then UDYR is here. Look at that. The King of the Storm. The Phoenix Reborn. The Turtle's Shell and everything. And I'm just going in. I get rotations of shields and everything. And I'm dumb and I decide to go for the guy who is literally dead. And I let AATROX get resets. But I secure this little annoying piece of crap. And then I save Ashe. And Ashe actually has pretty good damage. I wish I could see like how much damage this thing gave me. But can you imagine that this item already gives me 158 armor AP, and also 8% total, like 8% total damage. And then I solo this dragon like I'm a damage carry. Like UDYR is just disgusting. But I mean, you have to get to this point. Like you have to be good enough to get to this point. 1300 Heartsteel stacks, 6000 total HP, 270 armor, no magic resist because I don't need that shit. And here I was considering selling boots and buying something else, buying an item that gives me the most move speed, but I noticed that most of the items now give 4% move speed, all of the move speed items actually. So I decided to go for a Vormog's armor, which gave me 20 more ability power. So, and also a little bit of move speed. So it's actually not that big of a deal. I think I would have been better off with maybe a Dead Man's Plate or Cosmic Drive to actually make up for the move speed that I lose by selling boots. But here I want to make sure that Syndra survives. And then I'm just healing like crazy. Look at that. And I'm just disrupting. So he's gone. I'm not gonna chase him. I cleared this. Cleared this. Absolutely no reason to clear that. And I'm TPing here because while they were chasing AATROX, Kayn actually caught up to them. And they tried to kill these two. But yeah, not with me on the premises. So here at this point it's totally lost. I have an Ocean Dragon. I'm an UDYR. I'm a full tank UDYR with 1600 Heartsteel stacks, 8000 total HP, and an Ocean Soul. Now I could have actually just got a Spirit Visage instead of the Unending Despair. It actually gave me quite a lot of healing, but Spirit Visage would have had more value at this point, even if not from like blocking damage, like mitigating AP damage, but from just the increased healing and shielding. It would have had more value than Unending Despair. Because let me tell you a secret, the way armor works in this game is that actually you get fucking cocked. Like, the first 2 armor items are huge value. Like, with the first 2 armor items, your percentage damage reduction goes from from 30 to 50. I wish I could look at someone who has low armor, but even Jhin has a fucking 140, 150 actually. Maybe Lissandra, but Lissandra has like shit. Goddamn, everyone has so much armor. Okay, like for example, look at Kayn. Kayn's base armor is 115 at this point of the game. And at the beginning of the game, I guess it's like 50 something, I don't know. But the point is, like, you go from like 30% damage reduction, I think. And then the first 50 armor you get literally accounts for 20% damage reduction. The second armor item you get is like 5%. The third armor item you get is like 3%. So like literally at this point, me buying like if I were to buy Dead Man's Plate instead of Warmogs, my damage reduction would have went from like 71% to 76. But even 80, like even that 10% wouldn't be that much of a difference. So that's something you should keep in mind. So at this point, selling Unending Despair wouldn't even hurt that much. Yeah, point is, at this point we pretty much like we are on the journey to end the game. We just got AATROX and Kayn just caught Ivern. Lissandra is like, I don't know. I don't fucking know where she's going. I'm just keeping them all out. I'm like a fucking... These are like a bunch of rats. And I'm like a rat. Like some animal that eats rats. I don't know, like a cat. But a cat doesn't seem that feral, you know. But I'm keeping them away. That's the point. I'm like a ferret. Yeah, we just kill a couple of guys. We decide to go for Baron. We actually do get the Baron, and then Ashe ults AATROX, who is recalling, and then he just dies. And then and then we just end the game. I just don't care. I'm just going for the end, and boom, there we go. It is done. Now, as you can see, remember what I was talking about kills? Look at the look at the scoreboard. 56 to 60. They had more kills. It's not only that they had more kills, they had 60 kills. So they might think that, how could we lose? We were doing so good. No, you were not. I mean, look at these stats. This was like the perfect choice of runes. Maybe, I mean, there could have been better runes, but like, look at this. Total healing is 4,500. Total damage 75. It doesn't show the total like HP raised or times used, and that's actually so confusing to me. Like, this is literally the scoreboard. This is like all the data that there is, and it doesn't show some of the most basic data about your rune, like times applied and like total HP gained. Like, you can see that in game, but not literally like in the database of the game. Okay, this is actually insane. 11,000 damage from shield bash. 11,000 damage from shield bash. Let that sink in. I mean, there was like Milio only did 13,000 damage this game. My rune, that is a tank rune, actually did almost as much damage. Just the rune did almost as much damage as Milio's total damage this game. Who cares about these? Some healing. Time spent hasted 259 seconds. That's a couple of minutes of like a short few seconds of applications, sorry. I mean, total damage to champions. Just tell me this is not ridiculous. Tell me this is not ridiculous that I'm building full tank and I dealt the most damage out of a full damage AATROX, a full damage Kayn, a full damage Syndra, a full damage Ashe, a full damage Jhin. Like, I was building full tank and I out damaged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe even Senna 7 damage carries as a full tank champion. Let that sink in. This is the power of UDYR. Now, you don't see that from any other UDYR players. Or maybe I'm just blind. But what I'm seeing from everyone is that disgusting little like Liandry's Torment first item, and then what is that? Jack shows, and then like, you know, full tank with a little bit of Liandry's and whatever. Or the other one, the Stride Breaker with something else. Like, those are like nothing. Those are like early game builds to finish the game as fast as you can, or at least try to finish the game as fast as you can, like literally all inning. Instead, I'm like playing for the long game, and I understand the game, I understand my champion. UDYR is not a hard scaling champion, but he still has, like, you can still manage builds on UDYR that are like not only infinitely scaling, but also like really good late game. So like, it doesn't fall off. Well, tanks don't generally fall off, that's the thing. Tanks get stronger as the game goes on, to a point. But that's the point. That's the thing. I mean, I died a couple of times, but not too much. I mean, you would really have to like look for a death to find one. Well, first of all, I don't even think I died like anywhere near the base. So if I died, it was always okay, well, except for this one. But that's like my closest death to the base. Because like dying inside of the base is the most embarrassing. That means that you couldn't even hold in the safest place of your whole base. What else should I say? 28 KP. Not that good. It's actually like 50%. Wait, is it straight 50%? 28 times 2. Yeah, 56. So like I had exactly 50% KP. Pretty good. But oh yeah, I actually completely forgot about the fact that Senna is also infinitely scaling champion. So that was just another reason for them to FF. But I just don't know why they wouldn't. Now, I actually have a video similar to this in the old patch in season, I don't know, in the previous season where you still had mythics and I was building Heartsteel. What was it? Heartsteel and okay, sorry, I gotta check it. So it was like the giant belt deer, the giant belt UDYR build, where you build like 4 giant belts. Oh yeah, of course YouTube doesn't load now. Why would it fucking load? Yeah, my computer is probably so overburdened for anything to load in this goddamn world. Yeah, I need a new computer. Well, you could assist me in that. I'm not begging for anything. I'm just saying, man, I love creating content, and I would actually love for more people to like see and utilize the strength of UDYR, because whenever I play against an UDYR, they play the most standard, most boring, shittiest fucking builds that are like literally one-dimensional, and like they're like just a go-to build that usually never fails but mostly fails because every game is different and there is no go-to build for UDYR. And there are like 20 different playstyles for UDYR. And like I don't even know if anyone actually has like extensive guides on all the different playstyles of UDYR. UDYR is the most misunderstood champion because he literally like you go, like you play UDYR and you go for an UDYR guide and it tells you like build this, build that, and there is like one guide with like 2 options. Like, are you kidding me? UDYR needs 16 different guides with 2 different options. There is like as many items are in the game, that is how many different builds are for UDYR. And I just don't see anyone covering like UDYR this extensively. You wouldn't even think that a build like this could deal 85,000 damage in a game. Of course it was a 50-minute game, but out damaging everyone with a build like this, you would not think, you wouldn't even think of this. You would think that to deal 80,000 damage, and I'm actually telling you right now, if I was building the other path that I was thinking of, you know, like going full glass cannon like this one, but this is arena. But okay, I'm gonna show you something else. Okay, this is normal draft pick, but like if I was going for a build like this, you know, or maybe this one, because this has Frozen Heart, and I would have definitely built Frozen Heart against AATROX. So if I was going for a build like this, I actually covered this game in a previous video. This was only 37 minutes, but I only did 40,000 damage. And why? because you're squishier. You have to avoid fights. I wasn't dying that much, but if I was fighting more, I would have been dying more. And while I'm dead, I'm not dealing damage. So that's pretty much the point here, is that when you build tank, you play aggressive. When you build tank, you're gonna have more damage. Because you're not dying, you're gonna be more aggressive. If you build damage, you're gonna have less damage in the game. Because you shouldn't fight if you build damage. You should fight those towers. That's why you're building damage. But anyways, I don't even know how to close this off, because I don't feel like there was like a really valuable lesson here. Well, I guess the valuable lesson is that I actually have a lot of passion for content creation, but because of how hard it is to start up a content creating career, it's really hard to get into it full time, obviously. And so it's really hard to get into it full time, obviously. So it would mean so much if you just shared this video, if you just watched the video through, or any kind of support would mean a lot to me. So if you're actually here watching this, if you actually sat through this video and you are currently watching this, that's actually like almost the most support I can ask from you, because that is just amazing if you're here. But if you could do just a little bit more, just check out some of my other videos. Maybe follow my Twitch, because I do stream occasionally. It's just that I don't usually stream on weekdays because, you know, work sucks. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have watched, go play UDYR. He's the best champion out there. And yeah, stay safe. Bye-bye.